The Tornado Hurricane Druid will be an insanely strong build with Season 4 in Diablo 4. Thanks to the buff Bestial Rampage, we'll get a 30% attack speed and 50% more damage early on when you are 2 seconds in the werebear and 2 seconds in your werewolf form. With Season 4, your Shepherd's Aspect will also benefit your Hurricane skill, and now both our Tornado and Hurricane will benefit from our Shepherd's Aspect, and this will give us a great damage boost. Thanks to our Clarity buff, our skills will now be empowered by our companion skills and will do even more damage. And thanks to the new tempering affixes, we have enough toolkits to enhance our Hurricane duration for an 100% uptime. Thanks to trading, you can get a Storm Chest aspect early on, which will greatly boost your Tornado skill. I already tested this build out in Season 3, and I already melted the stuff in the early game. So it will be a really great starter. Your spirit problems also get solved through the various new spirit affixes on your gear. So try to get every spirit generation affix early on your gear. Hey guys, what's up? Endgame with another Season 4 Diablo Druid build guide for Diablo 4, and after the quick introduction, why you should definitely choose the Tornado Hurricane Druid build, we'll now go into details. What you should do with the Hurricane Tornado Druid. If you like this video so far, please leave a like and a subscribe. I would appreciate a lot, and also write down in the comments below if you have any further question that will appear during the video. And we're gonna talk about the rotation of the build, the skill tree in detail, the Paragon Board, the spirit boons, and also your gear aspects and tempering effects. We'll discuss the early game, the codex variant, and also mid and end game. Let's head into our rotation. It is really simple. As I explained in the beginning of the video, because we're playing with Bestial Rampage, we don't have access to the Poison Creeper. We only get the bonus from Ravens and Wolves for Shepherd's Aspect, but that is enough. And we just try to maintain for 2 seconds in our werewolf form, get the buff, and then try to maintain 2 seconds in the werewolf form, and then cast Hurricane, and then just spam your Tornado. And if you're low on speed, just go back into your werewolf form with Claw and reapply your buff, and also reapply your buff with your werebear. And this is extremely simple, and you don't have to do more things. You can also press your wolves and your ravens to trigger the new clarity buff that will boost your Tornado and your Hurricane even more. Let's jump into our char planner. I will have different variants, early leveling, only codex. That will most gonna be for your World Tier 1 and World Tier 2 playthrough. Then mid-game World Tier 3 and early World Tier 4, and also an endgame World Tier 4 before you got your Tempest Raw for the Tornado Druid. So let's jump into our only codex variant. I will also discuss the early leveling. Because we can train our aspects, we can get some really nice aspects early in the game. Let us look onto the codex variant, and you don't need that many aspects. You only need the Shepherd's Aspect, the aspect of the Tempest for your Hurricane, and the Rapid Aspect for faster attacks with your Maul, but even this isn't really needed. You only need the aspect of Tempest, Shepherd's Aspect. An aspect of Might is nice for further damage reduction, but it is also not that mandatory. And the aspect of Fever and Mauling you will get after you complete the first season questline. So it is not that much that you need that this build will get off. So it is really nice. I will come back to the tempering affix in the mid-game variant, because the tempering affix will affect every part of our Druid build, the early, the mid, and the end game. We will have an overlook of all the build variants. And also, if you want to try out the early leveling and want to trade some aspects, you can also get the Storm Chasers aspect. This is the most important one, because now our Tornado will seek our enemies. Our build will work fine without a Storm Chaser aspect, because we're always in melee distance and our Tornadoes have to go through our enemies. But with a Storm Chasers aspect, we just have even more funnel damage into one enemy. So this is really nice. And you can also get the aspect of the Stampede for one additional companion for more damage through our Shepherd's Aspect. And also a Hectic Aspect, so we can reset our cooldowns with our basic skill, and also the Undying Aspect for even more life leech. But as I said, it is not that mandatory, but if you want to trade some aspect, try to get your Storm Chest aspect first and then aspect of the Stampede. For Skilltree, I got a leveling path for you in the chart planner, so check this out in my description. And it is really simple. Just go with Claw as also the Fierce Claw. We're gonna need the Fierce Claw to apply our Envenom passive block onto the enemies. Also get the more skill for best rampage later, and for the core skills, go then 5 points into tornado, and also enhance tornado and raging tornado, and also then we're gonna head down, put 1 point into wolves, then 1 point into ravens, enhance ravens and brutal ravens for more damage through our shepherd's aspect, and we already should have our shepherd's aspect when we head into our companion section, so try to get your shepherd's aspect as the first thing after maybe the season quest line or something, and after that put 1 point into clarity, and then 1 point to hurricane, then 1 point to enhance hurricane as also savage hurricane, so your enemies will deal 20% less damage to you, and after that go for 1 point to elemental exposure, and also 3 points into endless tempest for more duration of your hurricane. Also try to get the duration of hurricane onto your weapon, and after that max out your hurricane, then put 1 point into neurotoxin as also 3 points into envenom for more critical strike damage. As I said, we'll poison our enemies through our claw, and after that max out your clarity, and then go for your bestial rampage, and now your build gonna start to skyrocket really high because we'll get so much damage, and more important, we'll get lots of attack speed because tornado needs a lot of attack speed, and we got so many attack speed through our aspect of fevered mauling, swooping attacks, and now bestial rampage. So this build will really blast in the early stages of the game, and you can also do the capstone dungeons really early. After bestial rampage, put 1 point into predatory instinct, so you can put 3 points into iron 4 for the damage reduction. After that, put 3 points into nature's reach, as both of our skills will also do distant damage enemies. It will also buff our damage of both skills. After that, go for 3 points into ancestral fortitude for my elemental resistance, so we can get earlier into our next world tier stones. Now you're gonna spend 1 point to quick shift, also 1 point on natural fortitude, because we're constantly shapeshifting, we're always gonna get nice fortify, and then go for 3 points into heightened senses. And because we're constantly switching through werebear and werewolf form, we're gonna have both bonuses up, and then our bonus will get doubled with the movement speed and damage reduction, which is really nice. After that, put 1 point into Heart of the Wild, as also 3 points into Wild Impulses. We will get more core skill damage, and after that, put 3 points into Defiance, and then we are finished with our Skilltree. It is really simple, it's really nice, and I already played this on the season 3 to test this build out for season 4, and I already went with level 35 or level 37 into World Tier 3, and I also had it really early into World Tier 4, so this is gonna be really good. For your spirit boons, you wanna pick swooping attacks, so spend your first 75 points onto your eagle, then the next 75 points onto your deer for more damage reduction, and then 50% into energize for your wolf, then 100% to masochistic. Spend your rest points so you can get your spirit bonding with your Aven Wrath for more critical strike damage. For your gems, if you will need some of them, put a sapphire in your weapon, ruby in your armor for more max life, and a diamond into your jewelry. Next up, it is the mid-game in the World Tier 3 variant. You can switch to this at around level 40, or if you find some of these aspects. And now we're gonna have the storm chest aspect, the accelerating aspect, because the another thing is, as soon as we crit with our tornado, we're gonna have so much attack speed, and we're gonna have even more attack speed with our tempering affixes and our bestial rampage, and now our tornado will even skyrocket more because we're constantly pushing out our tornadoes. Now you have to go with the shepherd's aspect in the weapon, as we don't switch our weapon that often in World Tier 3, and also go for the aspect of the tempest on your amulet, and for the aspect of the stampede onto your gloves, and also aspect of might on your pants, aspect of metamorphosis on your boots, and the vigorous aspect on your chest for more defensive when you're in werewolf form. Next, onto our affixes. For helm, go for build per second armor and cooldown reduction, as also temper total armor, and also utility locate up to chance for 2 seconds of stun. I hope they will change some tempering aspects for our utility, because it is mostly companions and I don't like it, and I hope they will change something so we can have some generic nice utility buffs. For chest, go with armor, max life, speed per second, and defense. Take total armor if you don't have your max armor cap yet, otherwise take maximum life, as also like hit chance to immobilize the enemies. For gloves, take the attack speed, crit chance, and ranks to tornado. Also take the storm damage as also lucky chance to immobilize your enemies again. Weapons, take armor, max life, all res, and also maximum life as temper in utility crowd control duration. Boots, take movement speed, ranks to hurricane, lightning res or any other res to get a resistance max. There's also movement speed as the first tempering affix and utility your crowd control duration. Per weapon, take attack speed, resource cost reduction, damage as also storm damage and also chance for tornado projectiles to cast twice. We don't have hurricane duration here because we try to get this through our hurricane cooldown reduction so we can take the chance for double tornado projectiles. For amulet, we got damage, attack speed, crit chance, storm damage as also hurricane cooldown reduction. For both of our rings, we get crit chance, max life, attack speed, and hurricane cooldown reduction as also storm damage. So the tempering affix will also stay the same in the late game. So what did we spec into our Paragon Board? It is really important. I try to get the whole defensive nodes of our Paragon Board because we don't have damage reduction on our gear any longer. So we try to get every max life node and every damage reduction node we can get. So skill here, maximum life. For our first glyph, we got a human glyph, so we get additional damage reduction while we're in human form and also more damage as we scale our willpower. For the next board, go for the constricting tendrils, then take shapeshifter as your glyph because we're constantly shapeshifting. So also take the courage node and also the nature's will, and then head into your thunderstruck board, take this node and also take the glyph territorial, so our thunderstruck will get boosted even more and we're constantly in close range. And also take the damage reduction nodes here and then head into the inner beast Paragon Board and take the outmatch glyph. It will be really good because we're only dealing physical damage, and also go for the tenacity bonus because we get really much life from it. And for the next board, take the ancestral guidance so we get more damage as more resource we're gonna spend. Also get the spirit on kill node as also maximum life node. And you have to take maybe another glyph than the werewolf. It will become really good when you got Tempest Roar, but you can just switch it out with something else. And I will also do this maybe on my char planner. And on my last spot, you're gonna go for the Last for Carnage spot for some nice skill damage. We will go for spirit so we get more crit chance, and the feral node we're only gonna skill. And the feral node, you don't need this really because we're not in our werewolf form yet. And now onto our early world tier 4 variant. It doesn't really change that much because we're gonna play it until our end game with this setup, and then you're gonna go with T-Ball's Will, Ring of Starless Skies after that, and then the Tempest Roar. And now you can also maybe drop Hurricane and also go on fully channel on Tornado, but I still think Tornado is really good even when we're gonna get Tempest Roar because the damage will get boosted from your Shepherd's Aspect and some other various sources. So I will leave it in now, but maybe it will change after I test it out. So, and then the Paragon Board will also stay the same and just go for the order that I explained you, and this will guide you through your leveling process, and also the tempered affixes also stay the same. And the spirit bonds also stay the same, so this is really nice. So I hope I could show a really nice build guide that will lead you from the early game to the mid game, to the end game, and even to the ultra end game, so you can push deep into the pits. And I think this will be one of the top tier builds in the new season. Also write down in the comments below if you have some further questions or what do you gonna play with the new season. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it a lot, and until the next video, bye.